I'm trying to get into modeling,
When you shoot for the sky,
a more creative career.
opportunities come and go in a flash.
It says model application accepted.
So when Artemis Norman saw an Instagram ad calling for models, he saw it as a chance to pursue his dream job.
Have fun at your photo shoot tomorrow.
A representative for Soul Studios followed up to invite him for a photo shoot at their studio near Piedmont Park in Atlanta.
I've never gotten like hair and makeup done and stuff on a set. So I'm like, okay, this seems legit.
He did the shoot, but says he wasn't prepared for an intense sales pitch that came next.
She was just kind of boosting up my potential. She offered me 3 different packages. Each one was $2,000, $3,000, and $4,000. I told her that I wasn't going to make a decision that day.
That's when he says the sales pitch ramped up and
Story is out of the ATL. When I say I feel like the ATL just be jumping with all types of interesting stories, all types of scams, all types of things to be aware of. But honestly, at the end of the day, it's everywhere. Like, ain't no city, no state going on unnoticed. Let me put it like that. But when it's a situation where people just want to be somebody, people think that they got that it factor, and people selling them a dream. Now, it's one thing to know that you do have that it factor, but you have that confidence of knowing who you are and knowing not to be taken advantage of, like you this weak little person, like you just done simped down to a little bit of nothing, like you just waiting to be preyed upon, because vouchers are out here and they are willing to take you down and devour you by any means necessary, as long as they can align their pockets, pad them accordingly. Because one back that scratches one back, or one hand that scratches one hand, they ready to scratch somebody else's too. They all in it together. It's like a pay me and I'll pay you, and we all gonna get this money together. So if somebody is busy approaching you, because I knew of somebody actually. I knew somebody, like, they would intentionally go up to parents. Say it was the first child, second child, they busy strolling the child. The child may have an interesting look or may not look like an everyday child, but at the same time, parents, first child, newborn parent, target. He's so cute. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, first of all, you don't need to be letting nobody tell you how cute your child is and putting their hands on them. Coochie. People be carrying spirits, I'm trying to tell you. Then they want to introduce themselves saying, I am an agent. I am a photographer. Let me take pictures of your baby. Your baby could blow up big time. Let me take pictures of your child. Your child could blow up big time. But we talking about a full-fledged, grown, behind adult that could have possibly taken out the time to done his research. What happened to the quick Google search?
I'm boosting up my potential. She offered me 3 different packages. Each one was $2,000, $3,000, and $4,000. I told her that I wasn't going to make a decision that day.
that's when he says the sales pitch ramped up and he was offered a special discount if he signed then and there.
So it seemed like she was going to connect me with different agencies so I could book jobs.
So he agreed to sign the contract.
She put it up on the screen. It was like a tablet where you can just initial. It wasn't a piece of paper like, here's your contract, this is read over it.
After several weeks, he says he received 24 photos from the shoot and some emailed tips on modeling.
She sent a couple of YouTube links, like what to do when you go to a casting call, things that I could have just Googled.
Not worthy, he thought, of the nearly $3,000 he paid. He took a closer look at the non-cancelable contract emailed to him after he signed, which states Soul Studios is not an agency and will not find me work.
The service they provide does not equal the price they charge. They obviously knew what they were doing.
Here's another twist in this story. Atlanta's Soul Studios also goes by Icon Studios, Georgia Models, and the Photo Studio Group Atlanta, and they're linked to similar studios all over the U.S. All those different names makes it difficult to formally track complaints. We did find 36 complaints about the Atlanta studio made to the BBB and Georgia Attorney General.
We will be with you throughout the entire signing process.
A closer look at the Soul Studios website raises even more questions.
What are we signing?
We did a reverse image search of the photos posted on the site and found many are generic public use stock images taken before Soul Studios even existed.
They still do exist. They really do. Okay, what is the name of the company? Oh, you can't find it under that company name? Well, that might be a red flag. Have you seen their work? They're claiming to be a photographer. Have they told you that they can get you jobs? But it's a photographer. A photographer can't get you no jobs. We talking about bonded license. Who are they under? Not every agency is no longer like SAG-AFTRA. Not every agency is, and that does not mean that they're bogus. That does not mean that they are not legit. But when you got these people that is preying up on people to say that they can change your world, hyping you up, make you feel like you are the most handsome man, the most beautiful lady, young lady in this world, that this world has ever seen, like you about to just take off. But you haven't done your research. The only thing you did your research on was asking mama, asking daddy, asking cousin, asking your grandma, having your mama ask her mama, which is the grandma, getting the grandfather involved, who you ain't never asked no money for, but you saying, yeah, this is a good investment. I just need $3,000 for these pictures. Get out of here.
Portfolio or test photo shoot used to apply for agencies that includes hair, makeup, and styling costs $500 to $800 on average. And a legitimate agency won't charge models anything to sign.
Paying anything up front. That's the biggest red flag. Just don't. A pressure to sign a contract while you're sitting there? No way.
When we reached out to the photo studio group for an interview, it responded by having an attorney send us a cease and desist, threatening to sue us if we aired this story. That attorney told me it's not his client's fault if people don't read through the contract before signing it.
I usually do a better job of reading over things. I do think that this whole thing does need to be shut down or at least investigated. It's not right.
Savannah Levins, 11 Alive investigates.
Good morning. Today is Saturday, August.
Here, it ain't no pictures worth. There's no $3,000. And you think your life is about to change. You just started. You don't even know if you really want to do this. You just finding out. You ain't took acting class the first, because sometimes acting and modeling does go hand in hand. Then you got this print. Sometimes it goes hand in hand. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's a thing where it just comes natural. Sometimes you can get a referral from a friend that wants to look out. But no, you got these people out here thinking, Atlanta getting put on the map. I'll be seeing that little peach at the end of movie productions. Well, sometimes those are the ones also that maybe have transitioned from modeling into acting, and they have an agent and they go out on real auditions. You have an agent where the agent contacts you after you have submitted your professional headshots and it wasn't through some swindler, and your pictures come out looking like, wait a minute, that lighting ain't right. Wait a minute, my hair didn't look like that. Because see, the camera can pick up on a lot of different blemishes. The camera can pick up on, just see it. It can be magnified. I ain't saying that you're supposed to be overly airbrushed, but just smoothed out, just maybe a tinge bit, because you still want to look like your headshot and be able to portray who that person is. But $3,000 to get started, and you ain't even submitted resume to first. And sometimes I'm gonna tell y'all, even if you take a class, say a reputable class with an acting coach, sometimes in that classroom you begin to form some type of a family networking situation. Numbers are exchanged. A quick question is asked. Are you actively modeling? Are you actively acting? Are you actively doing voiceovers? Ask the questions. Find out. Network. Don't just actively think, I'm doing this on my own. I'm telling you, like we're supposed to have the B-I-B-L-E in our hand and, reference it for certain things. Get on that internet and ask them questions. Get in them groups. Join acting groups. Join the place where you can ask the questions. Know who actors have gone to and if they have been successful with. And when I'm saying successful, you still got to book the job, but have an elite, reputable, not elite, but have a reputable representation. Have a reputable photographer. Because I'm going to tell you, some of these photographers, they can either make you or break you. But it's just so many people that's just out here hungry. And again, they'll take your $1,000, $2,000, let alone $3,000. And you looking at your pictures like, ooh, I could have done this buffet style When I say buffet style, because it's like, what signature was on this? This looked like just some random cat somebody picked up out of an alley and just so happened to have a phone. Just a regular phone. And you thinking, oh, well, they believe in me. Oh, because they have a storefront. Where is common sense at today? All it takes is a nice little Google. You can get pictures nowadays. You know, people be running specials. You can look at the pictures themselves. You can, matter of fact, go on talent agencies' websites. See what their models are looking like. See what their actors are looking like. See if you look to fit in with that stable. Okay, and if you are supposed to be in a smaller market to get a start, okay, to God be the glory. You feel like you need to be out there in LA or New York, you really better be having some sense that you're taking, because they really, by the time they look at you, by the time you open up your mouth, they already know you're green. Now, that everybody is bad, but don't be bad to yourself. Don't mistreat yourself when you have the power of the internet. When you have the power to know and how to take a reputable class, there is information out there. But instead, it's like, oh, they took advantage of me. Oh, they took my money. No, you gave it away. People just out here giving it away because they made that person feel so good. They made it so simple for you to just show up. They didn't even tell you the right attire to even wear that fit your look. They didn't even have the clothes on hand for you to know to switch out of this. Y'all didn't even talk about what type of roles that you possibly see yourself in that they actually collaborated with you on. No, you showed up without a haircut. Okay, if that's what you promoting. You showed up with a full beard. Okay, fine, if that's what you're promoting. But you didn't even think about, okay, well, what if I can play the look where I do take my beard off? Women, you showing up in full-fledged makeup, looking like you about to do some type of drag show. And where have you seen that look at lately? Where have you seen that relatable woman at lately? No, you just thought, oh, because, well, what they doing in Atlanta and these other cities, they got them eyeballs popping like this, got looking like it's that natural eyebrow lift, got that slender nose, when actuality, especially if you're doing print, come as you are. We want to see this chip tooth. We want to see the gap. We want to see the freckles. We want to see the eyebrows, how they are naturally, not these little skinny ones that look like they've been painted on, airbrushed on. Come as you are. No, ain't nobody mentioned, oh, I got to continue to stay on this Ozempic to lose these 10 pounds. Come as you are. What does your hair look like? Oh, you wearing it natural? Or do you have a relaxer? Is it cut down short? Oh, no, it's got to be curly because this is the look and this is the wig. Okay, if that's what the look is representing, then you need to do that. Put a little makeup on. Smooth it out. Put a nice neutral lip color on. Nobody said to wear red. Nobody said to wear red for the shirt because the shirt color red blends in with the background possibly of what the pictures are taking. But then come to find out you just got this bogus headshot photographer who then you done recommended to your good friend, and now they can pay their rent up for at least 3 months, and then they change the name until they get another simp that's done simped on in, who feels lights, camera, action. And then you got to listen to all of that, because you know what, I'm around to go take some pictures. The man gonna tell me at this one location to hop up on the railroad, the tracks. Oh, it doesn't run. For real? Just my luck, it might be running. Look, be in your right mind. Get a reputable referral. If you do take a class, let that be reputable as first. As much as I can't stress this enough. Do your research. Ask questions. Base things off of your gut feeling. Be prepared. Have a good time. Have a made-up mind. And I say have a good time because that can kind of, filter through to the pictures if you're really having a good time. But have a made up mind on what you will and will not do. And it is never too late to say no, thank you, and to change your mind if you just ain't feeling it. Never be afraid to walk away because it's such a scummy industry. And I think more people need to talk about it because it's more and more people still pursuing this industry But you got to be protected. You got to have a hedge around you. You got to pray for yourself. Let your family know what is going on. And just don't be afraid to say no when that time comes. And don't be afraid to say yes when the feeling feels right. And have a job too to support you, because I'm trying to pursue acting. Okay, and what else? A lot of times the auditions happen from 9 to 5, but what's wrong with getting a third shift job? What's wrong with getting, third shift? There's nothing wrong with that. Be able to provide for yourself to do the best that you can, because ain't nobody giving up nothing free. Ain't nothing free, and everybody wants something. Take care of self-preservation.